Dear students, welcome to my video lectures on chemistry. In today's lecture, we'll be talking about balancing chemical equations. So let's try to understand what skills are required to balance chemical equation. Let's look at the first equation. If you look at the first equation here, you see there are two atoms of V here, vanadium, and there is one atom of V. So we need to balance this V first. In order to balance V, since there are two atoms here and there is only one, I could multiply this part as 2. Now, you see there are two atoms of V on the reactant side and there are two atoms of V on the product side. But in the process, what we have done is we have got 6 atoms of chlorine. And here there is only one atom of chlorine. So what we could do is we could balance chlorine, and I could write 6 here, and that gives me 6 atoms of chlorine on the reactant side and 6 atoms of chlorine on the product side. So my V is balanced, my chlorine is balanced, H, the hydrogen atom. So there are 6 atoms of hydrogen here, and there is only 2 atoms of hydrogen here. So we can balance our hydrogen. So if I multiply 3 here, that will give me 6 atoms of hydrogen here, 6 atoms of hydrogen on the reactant side, 6 atoms of chlorine on the reactant side, and we have 6 atoms of chlorine on the product side. Let's look at oxygen. We have 5 atoms of oxygen on the reactant side, and you have 2 plus 3, because here this is 2 times, so that is 2 atoms of oxygen, and then this is 3 atoms of oxygen. So 2 plus 3, that gives you 5 atoms of oxygen on the product side. So this reaction is now balanced. Let us look at the second question. In the second question, you have methane, CH4, reacting with oxygen, that's burning of methane, to give you carbon dioxide and water. So let's try to balance this one. You have 1 atom of carbon here on the reactant side, and you have 1 atom of carbon on the product side. So my carbon is balanced. We have 4 atoms of hydrogen on the reactant side, but we have only 2 atoms of hydrogen on the product side. So how about I balance hydrogen first? So I can multiply this with 2, and that will give me 4 atoms of hydrogen on the product side. And we have 4 atoms of hydrogen on the reactant side. So my hydrogen atoms are balanced. But in the process, we have changed the number of oxygen atoms. You have 2 atoms of oxygen, and here 2 atoms of oxygen. That gives you 4 atoms of oxygen on the product side. We have only 2 atoms of oxygen on the reactant side. So let's change this. Let's multiply 2 here, and that will give us 4 atoms of oxygen on the reactant side, as well as 4 atoms of oxygen on the product side. And this equation is now balanced. Let's take one more. We have xenon reacting with fluorine to give us xenon fluoride. So we have 1 atom of xenon here, 1 atom of xenon here. So that's absolutely fine. We have 2 atoms of fluorine, and here there are 6. So we need to fix this. In order to get 6, I can multiply 3 here, and that gives me 6 atoms of fluorine. Right, 6 atoms of fluorine and 1 atom of xenon here, 1 atom of xenon, and that's how the equation is balanced. This was rather an easy one, so it was pretty straightforward. Let's look at this one. So you have H2SO4, PbOH4, that forms PbSO4 that's lead sulfate, and water. So let's start balancing this. Now we have 2 atoms of hydrogen here. If you see here, we have 2 atoms of hydrogen. We have 2 atoms of hydrogen, and here you have 2 atoms of hydrogen. That's fine. Sulfate, if I see sulfate, there is 1 here. Here there are 2 atoms of sulfate. So because there is a parenthesis and there is 2 here, so there are 2 atoms of sulfate. So I would balance sulfate first. So I can put 2 here. That will get me my S balance. So we have now 4 atoms of hydrogen. We have 4 atoms of hydrogen here, as well as here we have 4 atoms of hydrogen. That gives us 8 atoms of hydrogen. You see, you have 4 plus 4, 8 atoms of hydrogen, 2 atoms of sulfur, and here there are 2 atoms of sulfur. So let's try to fix hydrogen first. So this is 4 and this is 4, that's 8. So we can balance, we can put 4 here. We can put 4 here, and that will make our hydrogen atom balance. So now hydrogen is 8 and hydrogen is 4 plus 4, that's 8. Sulfur is 2, sulfur is 2. Lead is 1, lead is 1, lead is 1, that's fine. Oxygen, oxygen here is 8 and here 4, 12. Here we have oxygen 8 and 4, 12. So we have got this equation balanced. So we are good. So I'll just put 1 here. It's important to put this 1 so that to avoid confusion. Otherwise, even if you don't put 1, that's understood that the coefficient of PbOH4 is 1. Try attempting the remaining questions. We have done the first 4 questions, and you have question number 5 till 10. So try attempting those questions as homework and email me if you have any concerns.